Welcome to Skyvia Tutorials. This video will show Shopify CSV integration with Skyvia. We will look at how to automatically import and export Shopify data from FTP storage with CSV files. Consider a case where a business regularly receives data from vendors and needs to automate its loading into Shopify. At the same time, certain Shopify data needs to be uploaded to an FTP server for sharing with vendors. We will cover two scenarios: importing Shopify products from a CSV file located on FTP storage, and exporting Shopify Orders to FTP. This tutorial assumes you already have a Skyvia account. If you don't have one, you can create it for free by following the link in the description. Let's start by creating connections to Shopify and FTP storage. To connect to Shopify, click Create New and select Connection. Look for Shopify in the list. Enter your credentials and save the connection. Now let's create a connection to the storage. Click Create New and select Connection. Skyvia allows you to integrate Shopify with over 190 cloud apps, databases, and storages such as FTP, SFTP, Google Drive, Box, Dropbox, Azure, Amazon S3, and OneDrive. For an FTP server, specify the FTP host, username, password, and port if needed. Once the connections are ready, let's set up the import of Shopify products. We will import Shopify products along with their images. We've prepared two files: a CSV with a product list and corresponding image names, and a zip archive containing the image files. Both files are located on FTP. Let's set up the integration. Click Create New and choose Import. Select a CSV from storage service source type. Select the FTP storage service as source and Shopify as target. Now, let's define the source file and the target object and map their columns. To do this, we will create an import task. Select a CSV file from your storage. You can also specify a file mask using a current date template. Turn on the checkbox Add Zip with binary data and specify the path to the image archive. Verify the CSV separator and other file parameters to ensure the columns are displayed correctly. Next, choose the target object in Shopify. Skyvia supports importing most Shopify objects, such as products, customers, orders, and more. Select the product object and its related product images to import together. Choose one of the operations to perform. Insert adds new data and update changes the values in existing data. Upsert adds new records while updating existing ones, and delete will help you mass delete data from Shopify via CSV. In our case, it's insert. Now map the columns. On the right, you see all the columns of the Shopify products. Columns marked with the required symbol must be filled to create a new product in Shopify. Skyvia will automatically map columns with matching names. For those with different names, you can manually adjust the mapping. You can map to the column, set the constant value, use functions and operators in the expression, or select target lookup to obtain a value from a different Shopify object. We map product type to the column and status to the constant value. Let's move to the product images mapping. We choose mapping to zip file and map image name column. Once it is done, save the task. If you need to import multiple CSV files, you can add several tasks. Now let's set up the import schedule. Skyvia allows you to set up a schedule for specific days, times, intervals, and more. We'll schedule import to run every day at 11 a.m. Rename the integration and validate it to ensure all connections are available. Once everything is set up, click Create. Let's run the import. Once completed, check the results on the Monitor tab. All products and images were imported. If any rows fail to import, you will receive an error log. You can also set up email notifications for integration failures. As you see, Skyvia makes importing products with images to Shopify easy. Moreover, if your products are already in Shopify, Skyvia lets you upload only the images. Now let's move to another scenario. Export Shopify data to CSV. Consider a case of exporting orders to a CSV file and uploading it to FTP storage. To do this, create a new export. Select Shopify as a source and CSV to storage service as a target. Specify the folder to upload the data to. Now let's add an export task. Select the Orders object to export. Here are all its columns. The selected columns will be exported. You can deselect any columns you don't want to include. Skyvia generates a CSV file name automatically. The file name consists of the source object and execution timestamp. However, you can set your own name for the file. Use the filter option to adjust the exported dataset. For example, we'll export only the orders created last week. Also, you can rearrange the records in the file. Let's choose to have the newest records listed first. Finally, you can rename columns in the exported file. Let's set up a schedule to start automatically at the desired time. Now we're ready to run the export. That's it. We exported Shopify Orders to a CSV file. All the rows were exported successfully, and the file was uploaded to the FTP automatically. For those who prefer a visual approach to integration, Skyvia offers data flow and control flow for complex scenarios. You can build ETL pipelines for advanced transformations across multiple sources with runtime error handling. For instance, this flow selects data from the Shopify Order object. Then, it adds related details from the customer's object and simultaneously uploads the resulting CSV files to different storage locations. With this tutorial, you've learned how to automate CSV import to Shopify and export data to the FTP storage. Try Skyvia for free by following the link in the description. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next videos.